Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all.
Hello my little cupcakes, welcome back. Today we shall be playing the Stanley Parable. So yeah, I was planning on playing Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, but my DS didn't want to work anymore. The screen was black, so I don't know what's happening. So I decided we are gonna play this instead. So yeah, let's get right into it. Begin the game. Hi, Mr. Cube. Just ate cake and now I'm ready for the stream. Alright, cool, perfect. I hope you're looking forward
to this is the story
to
of a man
this
named
game.
Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat
yeah?
at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
I love
Orders
pushing
came
buttons
to
on
him
my
through
keyboard.
A monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Oh, that's
This
stupid.
is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
No.
Though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He can't be. This is slaughtery
And then
of.
one day, something very peculiar happened.
This is no
Something that
creativity
would
whatsoever.
forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Oh yeah, what happened?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
To do what? Can I just... Oh, I already got up. Alright, we have a cup here. I hate Mondays. Yes, I hate Mondays too, man. Who likes Mondays? That's the question here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Mass
go
murder?
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I like work. I just hate my boss. Lol.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hashtag dad. No, number one dad. Oh, okay. Okay. Who farted? What? Who farted? Nah. Just a single sharpener and a lamp? Who was working here? Was this Timmy Turner's dad? Was this Timmy Turner's dad's apartment? Teacher likes Mondays. I doubt it. But if they do, they should get fired. Ooh, nice painting. Not my type of thing, but it's a painting. Okay, this desk is kind of messy. Another who farted mug. Another Who Farted mug. I think these Who Farted mugs are very, very popular in this company, I guess. There's like the third mug that... Okay, this one says I hate Mondays. I don't like that painting. I don't like this painting either. Window. With more mugs on chairs and floors. They couldn't afford tables in this room. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I like left, but what happens if I go to the right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What if I go back? Oh, I can't. Okay. I just want to try and see what my options are. Is it a horror game? Nah. It's just basically I'm fucking with the narrator of the game. Ooh, I like this couch. I like this sofa.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
I
really
know,
been
right?
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No drinks? Are you mad? I want my canned Coke, man.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Totally worth it, buddy. Totally worth
Eager
it.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
How about no? What even is in there? Nope. What's this room? This is ugly as shit, man.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Thank you. We need these signs in the real world as well. Because too many people are lying. Too much. Words-wise, not body-wise. Okay. Ooh. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. 5,000. Damn.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh, who's that?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For who? Who's
This
her?
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's she? I don't know who you're talking about, buddy. The lights are not working.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To
I'm
reach
outta here.
out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Fine. Hello? Yellow? Just this blank screen.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie.
Shit, I can't
Sorry to keep you
move.
waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
I can't move.
Right. Okay, there we go.
I want to
All right,
leave.
now, I want you to come in and tell me
This is
all
X.
about
Oh. Oh shit!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? Who
No.
would commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
I
I'm
know.
trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I knew you were fucking with me.
This
Nobody
is a
likes
very
me.
sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press H on your keyboard. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press V. What if I do not press the V and leave it there? What happens? Will something happen? Guess not. Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Can I
Now
leave?
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
Kinda
Now
cramped in here.
he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
Where's
And
my
each day
Nintendo?
that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Where's my Nintendo? Want my Nintendo? Oh, I get to watch TV? Alright.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press the next button. Wrong? Alright. S. Nope. Doesn't do anything.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press V to prepare dinner.
As he wandered
Alright.
through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
What on earth
Down
happened to
one
the floor?
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press I to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press H to tell your wife you love her. Fuck you, bitch.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press K to go sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he
I'm not even
remains
in my
here,
bed, man.
he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
People, good morning. Okay, I'm not pressing it. I'm not pressing it. And naturally, you just rickroll me in the chat. Lol. Good job. You get a cookie. How long am I supposed to wait? How long am I supposed to wait? Narrator? Narrator. Narrator. How long am I supposed to wait? Ah, fuck you.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press Y to question nothing.
I suppose I can't.
Eternal
Not
peace.
in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
It's
Perhaps-
an ending, so it won't
maybe this
end.
time he'll
Thanks.
see.
Thanks for
Maybe
cookie.
this
Yes.
time. And I tried again. And
Please
Stanley
die?
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What the fuck? Oh, okay. Are we starting a new round now? Are you starting a new round? Alrighty then, let's see, what can we do? Okay,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
gotta keep
When
moving.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So
Yet
this is
there
the
was
meeting
not a
room.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Why can I not touch the shit? Screw you. What's this? Using slides to ensure employees that everything is okay. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Fuck you. Broom closet? Sweet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Sticky tape! Heck yeah.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
It's not
reason
really
to
empty.
still be here.
Oh, I hate these walls. They need to be painted, man. We need paint!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't like this. What would have been down there is just giving me total anxiety. This is giving me total anxiety too. Executive bathroom. The door pushed me aside, lol. Shouldn't I be, like, stuck in the wall? Oh no, never mind, okay. I can't see myself in the mirror. This is exactly the type of mirror I want to see. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Alright. What's this? Extreme bathrooms and time. Time consuming, I know. Fantastic. Can I play Minecraft on this? Or Genshin Impact? Maybe we should start Honkai Star Rail on this. Ah, there we go. What's this? Elevator? Ping pong. Upwards we go, please. This is the wrong elevator music. We need the JoJo music. The genre theme, please. This is unacceptable. This is in unacceptable condition. Unacceptable! Teleport. Can I go out now? Pim pom. Isn't this what we...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
And you're gonna tell it, right?
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What means step into the new passageway? There is nothing. Oh, never mind. What's this? Doors. Alright. Ah, my eyes! The fuck is this? This is giving me shitty vibes. I hate this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Bye, sucker.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Then how about no?
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
I
horrible
can't jump
secret
down there.
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay, what we got here? I wanna see. Cameras?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Holy shit. Can I get a cupcake now? Oh, one dude was fired. I wonder why he was fired. But damn. How many employees does this freaking company have? It didn't have that many floors. How did they afford this many screens? I do not understand.
This mind control facility,
Can I take this
it was
box?
too horrible
No?
to believe.
Okay.
It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Nice elevator.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had
Nope.
he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I'd rather go play DS. Where's my
But
Nintendo?
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Facility power. Gonna shut this shit down, man. 5? Mind controls are awaiting input. System power on or off? Off. Fuck this shit, man. I'm out of here. Now my mind control shit, man. Heck yeah! We bet the system. Now what?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I damn hope so, man. I damn hope so.
Yes. He had won.
Hooray!
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Hallelujah!
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where
I
had his
don't give a
co-workers
fuck.
gone? How had he been freed
Hey,
from
hey.
the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Damn,
Perhaps
this is
his
beautiful.
goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
I love
It
this.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Guys,
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I'm
the
about to
feeling
touch
of
grass.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Hooray! Perfect ending. I love this. This is beautiful. Beat the game. Get your first achievement. Alright. Alrighty then. What's next?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, how about we go to the right door
When
first?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, I freaking
Wow.
love this lounge.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright. What
And
we
so
got
he
here?
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What's this? Can I take this? Of course not. I don't like this button. I'm going. I'm leaving. Oh no!
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase,
Okay, what
Stanley
happens
walked
if we go
upstairs to his
downstairs?
boss's office.
What's downstairs? Oh, a
But
car! Can we
Stanley
steal
just
it?
couldn't do it. He considered
Shit.
the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe He thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Actually, that's a
Why
good
did
question.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Why
And
doesn't
at
this,
last, he came to the
the
conclusion
stupid
that it had
automat
been
have
on the tip of his
canned
tongue.
Coke?
He
Do all of
just
them
hadn't
not
found
have
the
canned
words for it.
Coke?
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer,
one fell
an
over.
explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
are
I
you
suppose
working?
I'll wake up soon. I'll have
Nope.
to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
I believe
Then
I
he
can
imagined
fly.
himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley
dark.
marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Lol.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth
No, the voice
was
is
that,
just
of course,
talking shit, man.
this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
And then we get Legos.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
And I still have to find my
My
Nintendo
life
DS.
is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
That's a lie. That is a lie. Ooh, nice brick wall. Sweet.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must...
Why is everything going red?
Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Why is everything going red?
Black.
Damn. They gave me an anxiety attack.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Eh? What is this shit now?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh shit, I
But on
died?
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Damn.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Then what?
And then she turned and ran.
Bruh. How about you grab a shovel? Like, damn. Alright. That was an interesting ending. Let's see, what else can we do?
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
You know how many times I clicked this already?
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Oh, shut up, man.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Oh, I don't feel like it anymore. I'm out of here, buddy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Right
this
door.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I love the employee lounge.
lounge
It looks
was
so
sublime,
freaking epic.
a
But
work of
we're
art.
gonna move on.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, that is not what we're doing today.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We're back here. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
I want to
really,
try and
I'm
jump
not.
off
I realize
right
that
above.
investing your trust in someone else can
here.
be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Sweet.
Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero
I don't-
consideration for others?
Yep,
Are you
danger
that
everywhere.
convinced that
Okay,
I
shut
want
the fuck
something
up.
bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
I
let me
don't
prove
give
it.
a fuck.
Let me
Hey,
prove
hey.
that I'm on your side.
I
Give me a
don't
chance.
give a fuck.
Now listen carefully.
It's
This
a
is
nice door.
important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Why red? Why red? Okay, I'm gonna go red just because.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Okay, you want me to stop?
Well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Huh? Oh, cool. Open door. Now what?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here.
Space!
Oh,
Yes!
it's beautiful, isn't it?
It
If we
is.
just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I love this. Hey, why are you covering the stars, man? Okay, fuck you, I'm out of here.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Bye, world.
No! Oh, thank God.
Let's do this
You
again.
lived. You have no. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die,
Yes, you
we'll
can.
both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because I'm not satisfied.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God.
No.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yes.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
Okay, let's go
I
back.
just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make... Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Yep. Yep, definitely just teasing you, buddy. How many times do I have to do this? One more time? Alright, let's do this one more time.
Is
There
it
we go.
over?
Yep.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm going back.
Bye-bye. Alright. Next run. Let's see what else we get to do. This is fun, isn't it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alrighty then. To the right door
When
it
Stanley
is.
came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
I
it perfectly
know.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. I'm going straight ahead.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Let's do this again.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been... What? Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have
I don't
zero
care.
consideration for others? Are you
Seems so.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully,
Blue
this
door.
is important.
Blue door.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
Blue door.
walked through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
Give me what I
There's
want.
nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
YOLO.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was
Yes.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
I
And
know.
in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Exactly.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with
Maybe.
me? You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
YOLO.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
You okay?
There
Sure.
we go. A third option. This
Sweet.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Well, this wood is shitty, buddy. Also, I hate the orange walls with numbers on it. Sup, Shadow? How you doing, bro? Hey, Nathan. I'm playing Stanley's Parable
Okay, I'm going to
Ultra
stop you there.
Deluxe.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
No, it's
Feel
shitty
free
as
to be
heck.
honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Oh, I'll be critical,
Only
right?
one? I mean, I
Yes.
can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
not
I
even
won.
helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge.
Open the
Here,
door. I
based
wanna
on the
leave.
data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
I
Let's
should
take a
put that.
look.
Alrighty then. Alright. We're getting somewhere. But still, orange.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
No.
honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and
Oh, really?
now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at
Yay.
it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Yes, please. Now we're getting somewhere.
In this game, the baby
What the fuck
crawls
is this?
left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
4
So
hours,
why don't
you're
you
mad.
give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay, now I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. Die, bitch. Burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do
Thank
it because
you.
you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Yes,
Let's
please.
see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Alright, what game we playing, buddy? What game we playing? A typewriter.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for
Cool.
some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Cool bed.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far,
Does this guy
I
have manga?
Everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come,
Space
let's venture
puffs,
outward and
lol.
see what else is out there.
What does this say? National Forests. What? Cookbook. This doesn't look like a cookbook. It's just random as math homework, buddy. What is it? Detergent or some shit? A broom! A broomstick. Now, once upon a time, there was a shitty narrator who didn't know how to make a flipping game. The end. YOLO. Get wrecked, sucker. Oh, what's that? Can I use it to like set everything on fire? Can I set this shit on fire? No? Okay. I tried.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What the?
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Damn, you
You
suck.
really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going
Bruh,
to get
buddy,
us out of
that's
here. Let's find another
shitty.
game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay.
Excuse me. I was
think
never in
this
someone's
will be
stream
just
longer
the
than I'm
thing.
in yours. Lol. Thanks for letting me know, Mr. Cube. I just need a tissue real quick. There we go. I just grabbed from my desk behind me. There we go.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
What the?
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Is this fucking Rocket
If you
League?
manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Get lost in this. That's what I do best,
so
buddy.
What exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay,
Hold on a
I'm
minute,
seeing
what's
that there's
here?
a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I
Sports
think it's
ball?
sports
My ass.
ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run
called
the
Rocket
bases
League,
and do
sucker.
a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
And
Okay,
there's no
Stanley,
ball,
here's the
buddy.
ball. Have fun.
Fuck yeah! Go. That's a literally one-hit kill here. Let's go follow the
Hold
ball.
on. What are you doing?
He said I couldn't get lost.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Filing cabinets. Okay. What's this? What is this place? Construction work? Or is this building about to get torn down? Computers. Cannot enter, okay. And at last I can see the light. Or not. Alright. What do we have here? More computers. Let's click some buttons for no apparent reason, because that's apparently what I'm good at. Alright. Now what? There was literally nothing in that stupid room. What the heck?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I
Sweet.
wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's
No.
learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
What
He'll
cost?
understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
That's
who
true,
I am.
actually.
That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can
How
wait.
long? How long do I have to wait? Narrator? Ah, there we go. To the next. What shall we do this time? I saw other YouTubers finding a bucket somewhere, but I don't know where they got the bucket from.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Where did I get the bucket from, guys? Where did they get the bucket from? I want the bucket. I want the bucket. New content? Fuck yeah.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I want to see... I want to see the new content. Roller coaster ride? It's not fast enough, buddy.
Hello, and thank thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Okay.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Hello, John.
Of the
Welcome.
Game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Sweet.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
Fuck
well,
you.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I damn freaking hope so, man. You better give me what you promise.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Nobody's gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down. Oh no,
I have to
I
say,
got to
initial
keep on
impressions of
moving.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the
Other
content,
side.
Stanley.
Give me the content. Give me
All right.
the jump
All right,
circle.
let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh. What happens if I finish this up? Actually, let's do halfway and leave.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I damn freaking hope so.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
No.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
A whiteboard, thank you for enjoying the new
That's it?
content.
Oh,
Fuck
you've got to
you.
be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to
Yeah,
find
me
these
too, buddy.
people on Twitter and hold
Yes.
them personally accountable.
Yes, please, buddy.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
I have
If
to
you're
agree.
still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you
Sweet.
say,
Yes, please.
friend?
Yes, let's do it. This was trash. Alright. Back to a sweet little office and trying to do BS. Because that's what we're good at. Ah, sweet office. That looks like crap. This isn't it. What happened to the bloody office, man? New shit to explore? This is where the office should be. That's a picture of the office. What happened?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay, let's see what you got to show me. Screwdriver. Why can't I grab that? This is kind of cool. I feel like Spider-Man or like some assassin crawling in the vents.
Okay,
Spider-Man,
you remember how cheap and
Spider-Man.
unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking
Yeah.
about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Hallelujah, buddy. Only this room looks so great. Holy moly pepperoni.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games
This
had
one's
integrity.
eye is missing.
Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Buy on Steam. What everyone's saying. What comments are they? Linguists identify 15,000-year-old ultra-conserved words. The Washington Post. Researchers identify 24 words whose sound and meaning have survived the past 15,000 years. 6 components of great corporate culture. John Coleman. Harvard Business Review. Ah, fuck that shit. Memory Lane. Small because it happened. Probably the first dollar they got. The first computer they had. Stanley Parable the demonstration. Damn. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. How about no? I want to play for 5 years. Los Angeles Times. Stanley Parable deals through choices. Cool. Hold on a minute. This is the one ending we had earlier. Oh, a bench. But I can't sit on it now. Why do you want to take that beautiful thing from me?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Can I read this in peace,
every
please?
game ever created.
Please?
It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
I love
It's
Persona
no
3.
games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Can I please read this? Don't read any reviews except this one. How do you review a game like the Stanley Parable? To describe any one part of it is to risk its own ruination. To detail what it has to say about game design, the illusion of choice, and the psychology of the gamer is to tell you too much. Comparisons too are going to be hopefully inadequate. Perhaps its closest cousin would be Dear Esther, but where Dear Esther wastes the form of interactive entertainment Stanley Parable uses and then subverts it, where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every gamer ever created. Even so, holding the game to the standards of any other title is simply not going to be correct. So how do you review what has become known as the Stanley Parable HD? The full-scale reimagining of one of the most intriguing mods available online. How do you discuss it, analyze it, and recommend it? It's quite simple. You don't. 10 out of 10. Lol. Alright. Huh? Haven't we been here before? Memories of maintenance? Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
I'm not
The
reading
Stanley
this.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Now can we go back to the maintenance area?
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Yes.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I think not.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humorous dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
No.
Funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Sweet, sweet rain. Okay. Can I steal this? No? Okay. That makes me kind of sad. But okay.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Lol.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
What's happening?
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Alrighty then. Thank you for the plank. What? I can't... Ah, home. Nice void. But you want me to go into the light, don't you? Little piece of shit.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
Okay, shut up.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course,
Okay.
I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound...
Stop rambling too much.
Well, there's sport. You
Shut up.
really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's
Yeah.
the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Oh, Stanley, you're back.
What happened to the
You're
light,
back.
man?
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh, the
Stanley,
plant
I think
kind of
it's been
died.
A week. Or
A
2
week?
I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
And you're still rambling. Can you shut up for once?
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one
After a
entire
year?
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Okay, sure, what up? I don't care. I'm getting, I'm allergic against bullshit. Okay, let's go. Did the narrator die?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
Lol,
It was
he's
meant to
back.
speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said, "Entertain us." It wasn't...
Oh, the clock fell off the wall.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the
Stop
end,
repeating
is never
shit,
the
man.
end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never...
Buddy, I think the narrator is going crazy. Huh? Water? Where? Holy shit! The ceiling is kinda falling apart there. Damn! What's that? And at last I can see the light. But it's still not enough sunlight, is it? In the jungle, in the mighty jungle, the lions sleep tonight. What kind of fruit is this? More, please. And it's gone. Damn it. I do not like this sound. I'm leaving. Skip button. Sweet. Desert? So this is where we have been all these years? How many decades or millennia have we been stuck in that one room? Damn. Well, we shall go on our own journey. Onward through the desert. Yes, for we are free. True freedom is ours. And what the hell is happening? The heck? Oh, I guess that was the ending. Okay then. The office! The office. The printer. It's back. Ah. Narrator? Narrator?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, always.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, how about we just jump off here and die?
Look, Stanley, I think... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Sweet.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. Now that's a good ending. I showed it to you, narrator. I rule. Okay, great.
All of his co-workers
What's next?
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I thought that door was open. Was this here before? There weren't any blinds there before,
When Stanley
were
came to
they?
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's get down to business to defeat.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
You're
your
the
enemy,
worst
really, I'm
scum
not.
that I
realize
ever
that
met.
investing
Get
your
up,
trust in
go
someone else
home,
can be
you're
difficult,
through.
but the fact is that
How
the story
could
has
I
been about nothing
make
but
a man out
Really?
of you?
I was in the middle of something. Do
You
you have
kinda
zero
suck,
consideration
I'm
for
going
others? Are
my
you that
own
convinced that I
way
want
down
something bad to
these
happen to
stretchy
you?
stairs
Why,
and
I don't know
through
how
the
to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I didn't like that red door last time you did that.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked
I did
through
not.
the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Hold on a minute.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never
yeah.
supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it
Yes.
worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yep.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And
Of
in the
course you
end,
did.
it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill
No.
trees? Work
Maybe.
with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Pokemon.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the
Swords.
dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Something to
There
stab
we
people
go.
with. I don't know.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Wow, Stanley Parable. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, Tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay, last time I said 1. How about we go with 5 this time?
You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
From
How
me.
did I know the game needed a third door?
Because I told
Well,
you.
It's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
Lol.
Here, based
Or
on the data
Shantley.
from your previous
Lol.
playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Are you sure about that? The door is shit still.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I'm just gonna say 5. Last time we said 1.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You
Okay,
wouldn't
what
mind taking
game?
a look at it, would you?
Nope.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't
No,
you
not
give it
4
4
hours,
hours
man.
of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I heard some YouTuber actually did 4 hours on this. I'm just gonna press it a few times instead of just one time. Almost on fire. Let's let it burn real quick. Okay, now let's see it burn.
You heartless bastard.
Oh, you say the
Did you do
same
it
thing.
because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
I like
This
the
seems
humming.
like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
But where is the bucket? I want to play the bucket game. I want to play the... Is this a bucket game? How do I get there?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is
Open
about?
this damn
Stanley?
door!
What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man
Yes.
spying on innocent civilians
That's
below
perfect.
you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for
Thank
some
you.
sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Thank you.
Yes, that must be it.
Yes,
What a
it is.
fascinating venture
What I
into
want.
the experience
Alright.
of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems
Open
as
the
if
damn
you-
door!
Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Thank you. Stanley goes brrr. Yup. Last time I was like checking out everything, but this time I'm a bit in a rush. Maybe we can go past the walls before he even gets the walls up.
No, it can't be.
Yes,
It
it's
is.
an open world
It's
game.
an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No! No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
You suck.
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go
suck.
in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled
I
it.
think this
I hate
is
you.
the thing.
I hate you. Okay, Shadow plus Stanley equals double question mark. I don't know. You tell me.
Wonderful. See, this is
Alright.
exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I did last time. Are you impressed or not?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots
It's
of
a ball
cars here in
game.
the
It's
back,
called
but obviously
Rocket
there's
League.
no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
It's
Stanley,
called Rocket
I think
League.
it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We should
Rocket
run
League.
the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yes, give me the ball. This is lame. I already made a goal. Okay, what do you want me to do
Are
now?
you winning? Is this fun?
No.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
You give me more balls?
Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Dude, I need more balls. Yes! Yes! Give it to me. Now this is something I like to get. Playing horror games. Lol. Roblox live stream would be funny.
Is this
We will,
real video
in
game?
time.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
What?
That's right.
No!
Your little fun comes to an end. This
Why?
is my game, and what I say goes.
Shut up, man.
You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides,
I
you
hate
need
you.
someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries,
Who do you
video
think you
games
are, my
nothing.
mom?
Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow,
You
I don't
suck.
think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best.
I do. I'd play
Take care,
Pokemon. Where's my
Stanley.
DS? I want my Nintendo DS. Can I leave from where I came from? Maybe? Nope. Okay. Is he gonna return, or can I just jump down? Alright. Bye, narrator. Bye-bye. Whee!
Hold on. What are you doing?
Oh, I thought you left me, buddy. Now I'm leaving you. How does that feel like? Stream is quite laggy. Oh, sorry
Stanley,
about
don't
that.
do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't.
And I'm dead. Oh, never mind. And this was the same ending as the other one. Can someone tell me how I can get the bucket game? I want to play with the buckets. I want to play with the buckets.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
Blah,
That's
blah,
who I
blah,
am.
blah, blah, blah,
That is
blah.
what I mean to this world. Oh,
Blah, blah,
yes.
blah.
Yes, I'll be back.
blah,
There's
blah.
no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Blah blah. Horror game stream will be Pog. I did play a horror game before. Several, actually. You just have to go look for them. Leave your office room and head down the hall. Follow the hall right and move through the next room. For this ending, it's necessary that you pick up the bucket that now stands on the pedestal in the second main office room you passed through at the start of the game. Huh? The second main office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the bucket? It said it's supposed to be in the second main office, right? Leave your office room and head down the hall. Follow the hall right. And move through the next room. Or follow the hall right? Okay. Second main office. I have one called The Forest. It's more a survival game, I think.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was
To
not
the
the
right.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The player must first complete the sequel ending and unlock the Stanley Parable 2. The player must unlock the bucket, the 2. No matter the layout. Huh? Okay, hold on. How to unlock Stanley Parable 2? How to unlock Stanley Parable 2. Stanley Parable 2 Expo is an event in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It can be accessed by entering the new content door before the epilogue, or just the new content door after the epilogue. Did we go past it already? Shit.
And here it was, the lounge.
Yep.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
How about no?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's see what else we can do.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
know.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has
Bye.
been about nothing. What? Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Yes.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ludo.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Ludo.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Okay, now
Stanley
let's
walked-
go
Oh,
through the
thank
red door
God
and then
you are
see.
willing to listen to me. Do you
What
see
happens
that
if
I
it
really
did-
have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. I would We would both be so much happier if we just
Okay, now it's the
stopped.
same bloody thing.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Door. We already got that one. Okay, alright.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh,
Bye.
it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just... No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yes, I want to reset it.
No, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Let me
Please,
reset.
Stanley. No.
Let me reset.
No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Let me die, you bastard.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
No, I just missed that one thing I wanted to do.
You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Boom.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Let
Looks like you wanted to
me
make a choice after all.
die.
Well, this one is yours.
Give me death. Bye, world.
Is it over? It's
Yep.
going to restart, isn't it?
I damn hope
I'm
so.
going back.
Bye-bye. Alrighty. Now let's go to the new content. Okay, where's the
All
new
of his
content door?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content!
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I kind of feel sad for him now. I know, but we had this ending already, so I was rushing a bit. Alrighty then. Give me new content this time. We shall be having some fun. Now.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Hey! Oh my god, it looks fucking epic.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yay! Water that we can't drink.
Calling
Are
it the
you
Stanley
mad?
Parable 2 is just so much catchier than
Oh my god, this looks
Ultra
so
Deluxe, don't you
cool.
think? Ultra Deluxe.
I like the
What does it
design.
even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I agree.
Now, to be clear,
Yeah.
I haven't quite nailed
Peace.
down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
This looks so cool.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game? Yes, give me. Canned Coke! Can I have? Still, these things still not work. How dare you not make
For the Stanley
them
Parable
work?
2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry,
That's not my name.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But
Oh,
of
lol.
course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here,
Lol.
let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Fine.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to
Okay.
imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Fine.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Lol. Portal 2 livestream co-op? I don't have Portal 2, sadly.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise,
No.
soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
No, but I want to push button.
Jim.
Me want to push button.
Jim. 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 Jim.
I'm enjoying this surprisingly.
Jim.
I don't like the name, but still, pushing buttons is very satisfying.
Jim. 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 Jim.
Can I go somewhere now?
Jim. 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 Jim.
Narrator? Can I leave? Oh, yes, finally. Still can't jump. What's next?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Lol. Please no screenshots. A whole new office. Red is the new orange. Yes. Fuck orange, we need red. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Jump, circle, infinite hole? We have infinite hole? 3 new easy achievements. Okay, we got the jump circle. I didn't complete the jump circle, did I?
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Okay. Get it right here. 3 achievements. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now,
You
the
suck.
achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Eventually. I damn hope so.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Collectibles, free achievement, infinite hole. infinite hole. We haven't been to the infinite hole yet. What's this over here? Merch! Reassurance bucket! But give me the merch first. Ooh, let me see what merch. I saw the new content. Yes. Peace 2. The end is never the end again. This t-shirt is the best new future. I want the number 2 t-shirt, but in black, please. With purple or red too. Okay, to the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair
Where's the
in
bucket?
those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Give it to
You may
me.
even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
So give it to me.
Give it a try. Can you feel it?
Yes.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think
Too
that
much
just
riz.
holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Perfect.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All
Yeah.
this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh yeah. Bucket. We obtained the bucket. Da 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 da
Does
da
anyone
da
give
da
out
da
awards
da.
for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
It really should. It really should. Jump infinite hole here. Hold on, have you been up there? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can I find what? What is this place?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable
nope.
2, you'll run around gathering
Fuck.
up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply
Bruh.
collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
You suck. This is trippy. Is this Jim? Collect them all, collect them all.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
You are here. Very nice, very nice. This map, free achievement, button that says the name, merge, settings, world champion, reassurance bucket, office decoration, epilogue, collectibles, infinite hole, exit. Okay, last thing is the infinite hole. Let's try it. We got the bucket. Huh? Opening, rim, depth, infinite, surrounding area, lol. Detailed.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of.
this
It's
hole
never
is-
been done before in a video game.
Oh yeah?
This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Cool.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see,
Whee!
isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
A little bit longer.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
A little bit
Maybe do it
longer.
on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
A little bit longer, narrator. I'm enjoying this.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Hold on a minute. The room didn't exist before. Oh. Alright. We did the infinite hole. That is not infinite, apparently. False advertisement, buddy. False advertisement. Infinite hole chart. Hole entrance. Infinity. Fake. False and false advertisement. Okay, is this where we came in? Or...
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
Happy
Which would you
12th
go
birthday.
with?
Happy 12th birthday. I want to stay 12 forever. Oh, button. Yeah, this looks way cooler.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well
Aw,
Someday
man.
it is.
Now! Why, narrator? Why? Can I press this button? Nope. Okay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No,
Yes.
I've made
No.
my decision.
My
We're moving
favorite
on.
word. Yes, you should have put no on the balloon. That's like my favorite word. No. Okay, where's the exit? The gym thing. Where's the exit? Where's the stupid exit, man? Exit. Thank you. Now we got bucket. We got a bucket.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah. We good. Thanks, narrator, for amazing content. This is trippy. It's a face and still it's the office. Damn. What is this place?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes,
Yes.
I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
I love
I'll arrange
experiments.
these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well,
It's kinda cool.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
Yes.
sort of... Okay,
I
never
see.
mind.
I see what you're
Hold on.
trying to do
Let
here.
me do a different arrangement.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
This sucks
Who am I
ass.
kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do
Yes.
very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Sure.
Would it possibly work? I suppose
It
it
will.
could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Yay! Okay, let's do this. Stanley Parable 2 with a red door. Yay! Begin game. Now let's see what chaos we can do with the bucket.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Skip.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Why these
Stanley
stupid
decided
white
to go to the meeting room.
balloons?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it
Yes.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this
Yes.
better than the meeting room? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
No, it wasn't. I'm just
Stanley
in
took the
agree.
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good, said the bucket.
I'm
Now
loving
ride
this
the
way
lift
more.
all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
No, you don't.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
And where? Oh, cool. Is this
Now
a
then,
bucket?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This
Yeah.
should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
I love this show. Welcome to the gaming show. Is this a
Is this
bucket?
a bucket?
Can I have a closer no? Okay, no, it's not a bucket.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Lol.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible.
I'm having fun
Let's
with this.
move on to the next one.
I'm having so much fun with this. Thank you, narrator.
Is this a bucket?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Correct.
What?
This is a bucket.
What? How? What? I don't understand. I do not understand.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes, it is.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Buddy, what the hell?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see.
Lol.
Should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, but of course it's not true.
Everything is a
Is that
bucket.
what you think?
Yes.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
Lol.
Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
What
I can't have
relationship?
that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No!
Okay, here we go.
No!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Yes.
My God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And
Yay.
we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
I am loving this. I'm loving this. Okay, let's see. What else can we do with the bucket?
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others.
I'm yoinking the
Wherever they were,
bucket.
Stanley
Yoink.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I know.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No,
Yes.
never mind. The bucket was wrong.
No, bucket was right.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Like, what happens if we ride it up
said the
to the
bucket.
top?
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Alright. Almost there.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick
No.
up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
No. No, I don't want to pick up the phone. No phone. No phone. Fine.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press L to take me to work with you. Okay.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
I hope the stream never ends. Yeah, me too. Press J to take me back home with you.
Lately,
Okay.
I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To
Bucket?
see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Bucket? Where are you, Bucket? Where'd the bucket go? Bucket? Bucket? Oh, on the table. Press K to go back to work. Alright.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
It can transport
It doesn't
lava
do
and water.
anything else.
Like in Minecraft. Oh man. Then listen to the loud man. Press Z for us to go back home. You're right, Bucket.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press G to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press Q to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press Q to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press H to go home, to work, to home, to work, to home.
Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket,
door's
this would
open.
be less confusing. Yes.
Damn, what the hell?
Bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me.
No,
Give me the
narrator.
bucket,
No.
Stanley. I need
No,
it.
narrator.
Give it to me now.
No.
Give it or I'll...
No! Close your eyes. It's my bucket. Go back to work, Stanley. Bucket?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his
Oh.
co-workers. He never functioned well by himself. The
What will
confusion and
narrator
the
say if I
chaos
kill
all
myself with the
seemed
bucket?
to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay,
And here it
what if
was.
I
Had
stay
the
here
bucket
for a
turned
while?
out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Yes.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yes. Okay, let's go.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
No, it wasn't.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Bye.
The cargo lift.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yay! Happy end. Alright, now let's go to the meeting room with a bucket and see what happens next.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
To the
Stanley
meeting
clutched the
room.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
You do
It's
not
a
deserve the bucket.
It belongs in a broom closet. That's
It
what
doesn't.
the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Upstairs, okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the
what
weight
was
of this
the
revelation,
number again?
Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Yeah.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Now give me the
At this
number,
point,
old man.
Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
There we go.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
What's this game called? Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You found
Ooh, collectible!
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't
I
buy
know.
that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay. Down we go. Whee! Cool. Yeah, this game is pretty cool. You kind of try to fuck
The
a bit
elevator
with
raced
the
downward,
narrator.
plummeting
He's cool.
towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Actually, we haven't had this
Although
ending.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
He's so NPC. Yeah, he is.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
How about
At this
no?
point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Yep. Whee! Is that the end? Whee! We're not dead yet? Bucket?
As the
I
machine
got the
whirred
bucket.
into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye, narrator.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
What? It's still not the end? Stanley
It was
Parable?
a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Where are you from? I'm from South Africa. Or VTuber-wise, I'm locked away. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. Thank you, bucket. Everything is too white here.
Can
I
you
don't
see
like
how
it.
arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Nice. Where you from? Can I go back? Or something? How do I proceed? Did I miss a door or something? Am I that dumb? I'ma subscribe. Thank you for your support. Alright, where's that stupid door or whatever we need here? England. Oh, awesome. I love England. I sometimes go to London for anime and gaming convention. Oh, I haven't been to this site. Hooga booga shakalaka, hooga booga shakalaka, hooga
No
booga
man can own a
shakalaka.
bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Damn. The hanging bucket? Damn. Hallelujah. I'm walking on air? Bucket. My
There
bucket.
is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
But what
Let
happened to my
Stanley
narrative?
die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Damn. That was kind of dark. I've always wanted to go to Gamescom. Yeah, me too. I've been to Comic-Con though. Was kinda legit. What's up, Shadow? Hey, Gingy! Welcome! We're playing, the Stanley Parable.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed it. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
That was very dark. Yep, it really was. Wait, how can we find them? Lol. To do. What we know, small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Your mom. Alright. This looks interesting. Yeah, it did.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm gonna try to find you in the next Comic-Con? Sure. I will announce where I usually go to next. Oh, this was the elevator. No, wait a minute.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley
Mini-stands?
What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Now, why that name, buddy? No, I don't like that name. I gotta go now. Alright, see you around, pal. No, animal cruelty. Why would you do such a thing? What happens if I step in here with a bucket? Ping pong. This time we're going down. Downtown. Take me back to Funky Town. 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 Are we there yet? We haven't done shit. Alright. This is our boss. He got beheaded by the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
What was it again?
of any human life.
2845.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Sure, buddy. I know your face because I'm special. And I know your face because in the TikTok live, I saw your face with a mask and my brain makes your face complete, and that's why I know your face. You stupid. You're talking shit, man. Also, yeah, I do wear masks in my TikToks and stuff, but still. You're talking shit, man. Alrighty then. We got the horrible death here. Now let's take a bucket to the mind control facility and see what happens.
Mind control facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
But
the monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Oh, it's okay, Bucket. Looking red hyperdolic sip. Thank you for joining. Hope you'll have a great time, you guys. Hello there, General Kenobi. Okay, so, are you okay, Bucket? You should be fine, right? Elevator
Was the bucket
time.
under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the
Bucket!
bucket been told to do things
Yes.
it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Unthrow too hard now? We just did the base game. Alright, that's cool. That's cool.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Friday will continue with the Deluxe. I'm literally playing the Deluxe part. Are you playing for the first time? Yeah, pretty much.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking,
5.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Now we
he
have
and
the
bucket
option.
would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket
Nice.
made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Okay, that's kind of cool. This game is the definition of art. I agree. So last time, without the bucket, I said off. What happens if I push on?
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds.
I love it.
The control buttons became active again.
Silly birds. They were
Stanley flipped
penguins.
through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
It's
The
beautiful.
mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled
Maybe.
at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
That's
Of
cool.
all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Do you have cats and dogs as well, or just birds? Can I watch YouTube? Or play Minecraft? Genshin Impact or Honkai Rail or some shit? I mean, play video games. The best gaming setup. Oh, look at the time. I can't tell the time. I'm stupid. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's gaming session. And if you like my content, feel free to subscribe and leave a cupcake emoji in the comments. I'm going, I don't want spoilers. I'm kind of done here for today, so yeah. Hope to see you guys soon. Shadow out.